What's up guys, Nepenthes here and welcome back to another squad build challenge video. EA have released some new Path to Glory stuff, the Gold Upgrade Plus, which we was waiting for, and the international competition. So we're going to start today first and foremost guys with international competition. 2 nations, 3 leagues minimum, and gold players minimum. This is going to be like a full English, full French or full German team basically. So we'll go for the Bundesliga, I guess. We need a German, so that's 1 German and 1 gold. How many nations? Yeah, 2 nations. This is easy. Yankst, that's another German and another gold. We can throw in, let's pop in low to high real quick. There's another German and another gold and another German and another gold. And then last but not least, we can throw in, let's throw in a German but not a gold, because I'm about that life. And then another German that's a gold. Now you can do this with common base players guys, with common golds. You don't need to use the shiny golds like me, but they're untradeable for me, as you can see on the screen right now, which is why I'm using them. So that is our players from the same nation done for the first bit, max 6. We need 3 leagues minimum, and we've currently only got 1 league. But what we're going to do now is go from the Bundesliga up to the Premier League. And we're of course going to go for English players, and we don't. Oh no, actually we don't need. Let's go for English League 1. Don't have any of those. Don't have any of those. We have some from the French League 2. Right, so let's use the French League 2 real quick. We'll go him. We'll take him. We'll take this guy here. We'll take this guy here, and then we need a 3rd league. So our 3rd league will be the French League 1. And we'll use, no, we won't use Jermaine. I'm going to show you why. So that should work. Now, I want to explain to you why this isn't the most cost efficient way for you guys to do it, is because I'm using silvers where I don't need to use silvers and I can use bronzes, and I'm using shiny golds where I can use common golds. So what you guys want to do is go and get those 350, 400 coin common golds. You want a common gold Bundesliga goalkeeper, the common golds in the base here, and even a Bundesliga bronze left back would be sufficient, or any major league, because you need 3 leagues and 2 nations. So what you want to do is take 1 league and 1 nation, 1 league and 1 nation, and then as I've got up front here, you know, France 1 in amongst the French 2, because it gets all the chemistry that's needed. But what you don't want to do is use these kind of players. What you really want to do, and this is where I need to go and do bronze pack method a lot, is you want bronze pack method here because you want to be able to use, say, Japanese players. In fact, let's go and have a look at the J League, see what we've got going on there. Maybe I'll be able to change what I've got going. Yes, okay, so I'm actually going to go and change what I've got. We're going to swap around for the J League. And in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to swap him. We're going to do this. So we're going to throw CDM in here. We're going to throw the Cam in here. Let's see what we've got for strikers. 2 strikers in here. And that is 5 players, right? So what we're going to do here, we've already got the chemistry. Now we need 2 nations max, and this guy obviously is a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do for the last nation is we're going to reset all of this, and we're going to go and have a look first of all what Japanese players I've got not from the Japanese league. So I've actually got Kagawa, but it doesn't have to be anyone in particular. Is there no Korean League Japanese players that we've got? No. So we're actually going to go for a German player, guys. We're going to go and get ourselves a German player. I should always do it the most efficient way for you guys, because I want you guys to see exactly why bronze pack method is so overpowered and how it's so overpowered. Players from the same nation is max 6. So I actually do need a Japanese player. Actually, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to swap this guy out here. I'm going to go and get that Japanese CDM. And the Japanese CDM is going to go in here. HIJKLMNOP. Japan. And then we've got ourselves a CDM to go in here. Boom. And the thing goes. And then we're going to put ourselves a German player in here. And it's going to be one of those bronze German 3. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to go and... I'm really going to... Here, watch. I'm going to show you. Let me do it efficient. I want to do these things efficiently. I don't want to do them the wrong way. So I need a centre mid from the Bundesliga 3. There was one right there. I don't want the CDM. Let's go for the centre mid. So we'll take this guy. So that's everything covered so far, except we need 5 gold players. So we do need a gold left back that's German, right? Let's see if we've got... I mean, we don't need a left back. We just need a gold player because we've already got the chemistry quite easily covered. But we can, for example, put in... have Have I got, no, yeah, let's just use this guy. So this guy, he's cheap. We had him in anyway. There you go. So this is how you really want to do it. Get yourself a bronze league that's full of low-rated bronzes, and you can put 5 of those in, no problem. Then get yourself a major nation and a major league. Boom. This is how it should look for you. This is how it looks for me. This is mad cheap, and you get a premium election players pack for it. Job done. No problem at all. That's what we like to see. So that is the international competition complete. Now the other SBC, oh, I'm looking forward to this. This, guys, is 5 rare players, all golds, minimum 40 chemistry. Now what this is, guys, and why this is so good and why I'm looking forward to this is because this is a 2-player upgrade pack with 81 rated players or above. And that just means I'm going to get rid of all of these shiny gold untradables that I've got. So you need 5 shinies, and then you need lots of non-shinies. So we're not going to use these...
Hello there guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to the Ultimate RTG. Best ever weekly finish, and you're going to be seeing it right here, right now. So we do have the last 10 games. I know you guys enjoyed that, just so you can see how I'm playing, and maybe with a couple of players that I've tried out, you can tell by the clips if you want to go and buy them yourselves. So with the team, we decided to make the move to the 4-3-1-2 formation, having used 4-2-3-1 for a lot. Like, that was my go-to formation this FIFA. The patch came in and I didn't feel it was that great. For me personally, like the way I'm needing to play, I just didn't really feel that it was going to work as well if I went to a 4-3-1-2. Now with this new formation, what it's done is, although I'm not that great at defending, I still make silly mistakes and concede a lot of goals. With that being said, I actually maintained an okay defense, and then with a formation like this where you have that triangle in the attack, it just allows you to be so much more creative, and I'm going to score more goals with it. Now the reason why I never use like the 4-1-2-1-2 or a narrow formation to start off with is because I could never defend with it. But having played about with a few player instructions, custom tactics, I settled down during the week. I was in Division 1 practicing, and I was actually using the formation in the draft itself, and I was really confident. Like, that's not usually me, being confident in a formation like this to defend with. So I made the move, and I'm so pleased that I did. Now a couple of these players that I did use though, I will show you their stats at the end of these clips. One player, he is an absolute beast. Lozano. I don't know if you've used him yet. If you haven't, then go and check him out. I think he's dropped now even more to about 17,000 coins, and it is rumored that he might get a second inform. If he does, then I will make that upgrade. I'm even considering building a weekly side around him, just him. He had the same output as Prime. No, you're not going to believe this. He had the same output as Prime Hernandez. I'm not kidding. That is ridiculous. An 82 rated inform being subbed on, so he's on 6 chemistry, and he just destroyed for me. Now I did post out in the weekend league, I was using the Prime Hernandez card, and I tweeted something like rip my weekend league because he ran out of contracts. And don't get me wrong, although Lozano was basically on par with him, Hernandez is a brilliant striker, and I'd love to have maybe Hernandez as the left striker, Lozano as the right striker, but then we're going to have to find some coins to go and make that purchase, and we don't really need to with the new team that I've got in mind. And the reason why I say new team is the reason alone, I'm not set on the midfield just yet, and you're going to think, hold on a minute, you finished on 36 wins and you're telling me that you're not happy with the midfield. Trust me, right? So I want to speak about Laurent Blanc because he's the main purchase that we brought in. 715,000 coins. I will list a couple of positives, but there is a huge negative for me personally. So he's tall, he's going to be able to win headers, he's very, very quick, and what I love about the card is to jockey across the pitch. So if you're holding LT and RT, or L2 and R2 if you're on PlayStation, you can just glide him all over the place, and he's going to be able to cut those passing lanes off and get interceptions. That's fair enough. When you ask him to actually make a tackle, now he will make one, he's just got average stats, pushing towards like the lower end, which is my concern and the thing that was worrying me and causing me problems, because if you're face up with someone and you're relying him to actually make a clean tackle, he doesn't always come away with it. And that's a problem, especially when you're bringing in someone in the heart of your midfield. The reason why I made the purchase initially was because of how well he played for me in the draft, and I thought, right, I'm going to bring him in. Where did I play him in the draft though? as a right centre mid in a 4-3-1-2 formation, I'm pretty sure. So what I'm going to be doing going forward to the next weekend league, I'm going to move him to the right centre mid, see how he does. If he still has a little bit of an issue tracking back or whatever, if I'm not set on him, then I will sell him for the next weekend league. I'm not saying he's a bad card though. He is good. He's going to provide you a lot of composure. He's strong as well, and he's good on the ball. So I'll play him as a right centre mid, give him one more chance this weekend, and as the middle centre mid, we're going to have to look for either a box-to-box or someone that is going to be staying back or playing that role as a defensive-minded centre mid for us. But Laurent Blanc, overall I was happy. Another card in the midfield, which is Nainggolan, and I don't really have anything bad to say about him. Although he's not great in the air because he's small, he doesn't really put a foot out of place. He's going to track back, get tackles in, push forward and get goals. So I don't really mind Nainggolan. And as a right centre mid, he's actually perfect. And I don't know if he's going to play as well as a left centre mid or a middle centre mid. And talking about Goretzka, he had a lot of pace for me this weekend, and I think maybe that was one of the differences between not being able to defend with the 4-3-1-2 and being able to defend relatively well. The only downfall with the card is when you're actually attacking with him, I don't really feel the quality. He's a good player and he's going to get you goals. I feel like if I were to bring in somebody else with a bit more attacking quality, I might be able to get an extra goal here or there. His finishing is good. I just don't feel that quality from the card. And he's cheap though. He's only 120 something thousand coins. I think he's actually gone up now. But he's only about 120k, so I'm fine keeping him playing with that card for another weekend league, or even just use him as an impact sub. But defensively, I do want to make some changes. I know that someone said a couple of episodes ago, why don't you go and purchase the Matthias centre-back version and then Desailly CDM and then just switch them in game. I might do that, to be honest. We will have to think about it. But one thing that was really interesting during the weekend league is I had a game where I thought back to the error that I made in a Road to Glory episode. So the last one, when I was playing the weekend